Hello, everyone. It is International Women's Day. I am here today with my beastie, Marie Maglio. Her and I
Yes.
are with two women that have been advocating for women for years. Although I'm a lot older than her, so I've been doing it for a lot more years than her. So say hello, Marie.
Hi, good afternoon, ladies. Sorry about the delay. We had some technical difficulties, but we are here and excited to talk about International Women's Day and how many more steps we could take into this world, right? And show up.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and we are coming with gifts. So you stick around. We're not going to be here super long, but stick around because we don't have one. We have two gifts, two great gifts because it's a beautiful day to celebrate. And, one of the things is that I know is yes, I want to celebrate women rising. I've been following women for 40 years. I've been seeing this difference. And I started actually my coaching almost 8 years now ago, and there is a difference between 8 years ago and now. And I see a huge difference from the last 3 years, the last 2 years, the last 1 year. We are just exponentially keep going higher and higher and higher. However, and we want to say congratulations. We want to say, yay, we are stepping up. We are raising our hands. We are going out there. But and then, unfortunately, there's a but,
There's a
right?
big but.
I know.
Nobody likes a
But if I
big
hang
but.
out with
We
you,
know.
my butts won't be too big. But but it's a big but. And it saddens me. It saddens me because we are doing so much. We are working hard, and we are working hard, and we're working our fingers to the bones, as my mother would say. And so we wanted to come and talk about, like, we wanted to put together a gift, and we've been working on this gift of what can we do to help women ease this burden of building a business, of having a life that has, we have a lifestyle that we love. We take care of our bodies. We feed ourselves well. We take care of our families. We take care of ourselves. We take care of our clients and our customers. How can we do that? Right?
Yes, that is the quintessential question, right? So I'm sure everyone is itching to know and understand more. And I think since we've got thrown back a little bit over this past year, now I'm going to take you back in a little time capsule. This week, a year ago, was the last normal week, unbeknownst to us. We never thought that we were going to get hit with a pandemic or anything. We were walking around doing things, going to the movies, and our businesses were thriving a
My
year
my
ago.
yeah, my husband told me today. He said it was 1 year ago that he was at the gym, and I didn't go with him that day because we always went together every day. That somebody at the gym says, "I think this is going to be the last day the gym is open." And sure
Crazy.
enough, it was the last day that the gym was open.
It's
one
just
year ago today.
crazy. My goodness. And what a long year it's been. It feels like, I don't know about you, but I feel like this has just been such a year of growth for so many people, women especially, and we have some things against us still. There's a lot of things that are happening that they're still encroaching, that male people in Congress and whatever else in Washington, they're still kind of crushing our gender and
They
doing a
are.
lot of things to us where, but that's the good thing. That's what we're going to talk about, is that all of that outside stuff really isn't going to affect us.
That's right.
And
Not
we
if you
want to,
let it.
no, not if you let it. And we want to teach all of our beautiful women out there how to not let it affect them.
Exactly. So, I was even watching the Oprah interview last night with Meghan Markle, and how she was saying how they stifled her voice and her
Mm.
power. And then Harry was saying, and that's what they did with his mother, and look what happened to her. And he was afraid that was going to happen to her. It was just like history repeating one another. And I hear this all the time about our voices being stifled, and our voices, when we speak up, where then all of a sudden sometimes the women think that we're afraid to speak up too much, that we're
Mm.
going to be bitchy. I was
Yeah.
on a call today, and they were saying, and the woman asked a great question. She says, how do you know when is too much? Like, when do we, how do you know how much we are allowed to speak up and we're not allowed to speak up, where we're going to get these masses come down on us and be, self-doubt and all this, and people coming down. So it's such an interesting question, because this is the paradox that we have to live in. It's like, I'm powerful, but am I too powerful? And then I'm powerless, where I can't raise my voice, because if I raise my voice, they're going to think I'm aggressive versus assertive and all this. So, but the results of the solutions, we have really wipes all that out.
Yeah, it does. And
Right?
I think what the key takeaway is of all of this, that there's no right and there's no wrong. There's no too much or too little. You just have to be you and genuine to yourself, and maybe you don't know your own boundaries. Maybe you haven't set boundaries. There are things in society that, we've been programmed to believe. And
Right.
the more we keep believing these things that have been fed to us since a young age, the more that it perpetuates in society.
Right.
The further back we'll continue to stay back into this position of vulnerability and, kind of squashing. Oh, glass ceiling. My brother, my niece turned 5 today, and she's a little sassy spitfire. And he said, I have a feeling she's not going to be too concerned. I don't know his exact words, but I don't think she's going to be too concerned about what anyone else thinks. She's going to be, breaking a lot of glass ceilings. And her personality is just that. And it's so refreshing to hear, my brother, as her father, so supportive of her breaking glass ceilings. You just, we really have come a long way, but we have so much more to go, because that's a
Exactly.
rarity. We don't see that very often.
No, we don't see it that very often, and it still is no guarantee that that's exactly what she's going to have.
No.
There is, like, because I thought that when I broke my glass ceilings in the 80s, and I was working on Wall Street, and then I left Wall Street, and then I was in my own little world, and I was away from women. And it just seemed to me on the outside that women were growing, and it looks like even this past year we're growing. Yet when I really finally got back into the space of women, I was like, we're still playing small. We're still not showing up as ourselves. We're still questioning who I need to be, and women are
Yeah.
still being somebody they think others want them to be. And until we get rid of that, then we will always have this: am I too much? Am I not enough? Am I too aggressive? Am I not assertive? And what, am I too ambitious? Or if they think I'm too ambitious, they're gonna, take me wrong. And when you get to know, like you hit it on the head when you said about be you. But the key is like, well, what does that mean? Because it's like, until you really get to know who you are,
Yeah.
until you really get to know where and how to tap into what your inner guidance is telling you. What my mentor, my current coach, calls it your inner business expert. She says
Mm-hmm.
that's where you need to go to. You don't need to go to anyone else outside. You need to go to your own inner business expert, because you know what is right for you and what's not right for you.
Yeah, you
The
have
minute
to
you
go
start
inside.
questioning it,
Yeah.
that's where the problem is.
Yeah, that's the
The fact
problem.
that you
And
question it is the problem.
no one wants to go inside. And the
Right.
issue I find is that people who can't be around they have to be around people all the time. A lot of cases like that is where they don't want to be alone with their thoughts. They almost don't love themselves enough to be alone with themselves. It's almost like they're afraid to really
We're
find
afraid.
out. They don't want to go inside because there's stuff in there that they probably haven't dealt with. And that's
Yeah. Well,
why,
they think it's going to be
you
the
know,
proof that all their thinking is now been proven. So they
oh,
want to
yes.
cling on to that little bit of hope that
Yes.
maybe what I'm thinking is not really real, but it is.
Excuses.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel this way because, well, that's great because that's a part of the process, right? We really want
Yeah.
to know. We want to go deep. We want to go to our inner world. Okay. So this means nothing. Going inward and being alone and listening to our thoughts and observing them from a place of non judgment. That is the key. And to
That's
get
the key.
someone, yeah, and to get someone to that point, is so much fun.
Put together this gift, and we're going to, it's 3 game-changing hacks. We put together a free download for you to really delve into, to get this started, to get the ball started, where you should be focusing on, what you need to be paying attention to in order to get to this next level. Because like I was saying earlier, as much as women are rising and much as women are raising up and starting businesses, and it doesn't, and it's no difference of age. I used to really see the difference between the generations. I'm still seeing it even in young women
Mhm.
in their 20s that are still having this resistance and still having these doubts and still having these mindset craziness that's stopping them. And
Yeah.
yes, it does get a little bit easier each one. Yeah, but it's like, it's so little that if we're going to continue to rise bit
Yeah.
by bit by bit by bit, it's never going to happen.
No.
It's worse than watching a seed grow.
Oh,
It's
yeah, you gotta watch it. You gotta do it in the the time lapse where it's like, the stars are moving, the seed is growing. Well, we don't have time lapse in our world right now. So, if they really want to springboard and rocket forward, there's a lot of different barriers and things that we have to break down. And the same goes with everything. Health is everything. It's all encompassing. So you have to get right in your body and your mind in order to have success in all areas of your life.
yeah.
And that's what's great about these 3 game-changing hacks is that they could actually take women from this place to this place, and it's almost like jumping. You almost feel like you're cheating. You're like, wait a minute, how did I do that? How did I get there so quick? And
And you know what the best? And it all is to create this extraordinary life and business. Now,
yeah,
we're putting life and business only because we know that it's like a psychological thing. I'm going to be honest here, because if we don't put business here, you might not look at it. So we have to put business. But in reality, I want you to know, I want you to start thinking from this day going forward. It's all the same. Your life includes your business,
it
and
sure
it's
does.
all together, and it all needs to be integrated. How you show up in your life is how you show up in your business. How you show up in your business is how you show up in your life. How you show up in the bedroom is how you show up in the boardroom. I mean, let's get real.
That's
So
true.
it's all true. So it really is extraordinary life, but we're putting business here. Until you spend some time with us and hang out with us, then you know that it's all the same.
It is.
But the key is that these 3 hacks will only take 15 minutes a day for you to start implementing. And we even give you bonuses in here on how 6 ways to activate these hacks. So it's like really, really cool. But when you get this down, it's all going to take is 15 minutes a day to get your head straight, get your mind straight, your body straight, you're all in alignment, everything moving. Marie, how difficult is it to do 15 minutes a day?
Well, considering I was doing 5 minutes a day, because that's how much my attention span was back then. Now I'm doing 15 minutes a day. And I didn't realize. And now I'm like, wow, 15 minutes a day, but I want to keep doing more. Right. So as you advance, but the 15 minutes could be anywhere. It could be in the shower while you're by yourself, it could be in the car, it could be while you're sitting at your desk and you just take 15 minutes and you turn your head. And I mean, you could be anywhere and do this. You could be in the middle of a busy airport.
And when you get really, when you get, when you have some practice, then, it could be like that 5 minutes. So it could be like, it could be quick, even a minute when you're in a situation that you need to all of a suddenly think on your feet, or you're in a situation where all of a sudden, like, you could be thrown off track and now you could go down this deep hole. But like, how do you shift it? You don't have to wait till the next day and have 15 minutes. So you
Listen,
could be able to shift on a dime. Because I think
$15. Yeah.
the only difference between like Marie, and she's even better than me at this, but I'm going to be honest, Marie and myself, is that we've just been practicing it. We know of it. We're already there. We're already at that next level. It's the only difference. It doesn't mean we're any better than you or not. We're any
No.
smarter than you. It's just that we've learned this. We've learned
Yeah,
this, and we've applied it, and we saw the magic, and we saw the results. So,
100%.
we ready to give them the link?
Yeah, well, let's roll with
Yeah,
it.
let's roll with it.
Sorry, I
So,
got dazed out. If you saw me dazed out, it's because somebody was coming up my porch and I was like, "Who is that?" And you're on a live. It's like, "What?" And I froze for a minute. So I'm sorry.
am I supposed to get a delivery? So here is the link. Here is the gift. We've created this free ebook, 3 game-changing hacks for extraordinary business, extraordinary life that only takes 15 minutes a day.
And it's no BS. It's no BS because if anybody
No,
knows me and knows you, they
we don't
understand
do
that
BS. We don't have time.
we don't have time. And it's like,
We don't have time for that.
it has completely taken me years to figure out. It only takes 15
Yeah.
minutes. And I want to be able to teach people how to do this without spending all of these years and having to do all of this study and research. And
here's where
yeah.
I'm very afraid. What I'm afraid of is that millions of women left the workforce in COVID-19.
Mm,
And many of them are starting their own businesses.
yeah.
But if they follow what's been the pattern in these last years, they're going to be burning the midnight oil. They're going to be stressed out. They're going to be overwhelmed. And they're going to be like, suddenly that 9 to 5 look better.
Yeah, that's
And
basically what's going to happen.
we want to help you to not have to learn the hard way. And you could run a business and be successful quickly. It doesn't have to put a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years into it. No, that's only if you don't listen, you don't follow, follow a
Yeah.
proven path.
Well,
So
we're also going to help cultivate them, a lot
yep,
quicker because everything that we've learned, we now know how to implement it, and that's it. I mean, that's really
yeah,
where it comes. The rubber meets the road.
exactly. So I want to give, because we're coming on 17 minutes here, so I want to end this under 20 for sure. And so I just want to give the second bonus that we have, because and this is only good for the next 2 days, because this is a live masterclass that Marie and I are going to be doing. We did it in February. The women loved it. And it's really backed by popular demand, because we love doing it. They love being on there. It was eye-opening. It was thought-provoking. And it was just fabulous. So we're doing it again. So this Wednesday, we're going to do a master class. It's called Self-Care Mastery for Ultimate Success and Fulfillment. Because at the end of the day, it is all about fulfillment. So if you want to build a business and just make a lot of money and sacrifice your entire life, then don't come. Then that's fine. But if you really want to build a business and you really want to build a life and have a life that is fun, that is vibrant, that is healthy, energetic, and happy and fulfilling, that you're contributing, you're giving to the world, then I highly suggest you have to get yourself caring.
We're going to take you from here. We're going to bring you here. Look, you can't see where my arm is going. It's
That's
right
right.
up here.
So we're going to take you beyond what you can see.
That's right.
We're going to take you beyond what you see. So this is a bonus. Here is the link for that. You can sign up for this masterclass. It's this Wednesday, 1:00, 90 minutes. We're going to leave room at the end for Q&A, lots of Q&A. We've had some great conversations in Q&A last one. So we're going to do that, and you're going to love it. If you sign up and I'm going to give you one more time, so take that. So this is also case sensitive. So Self-Care Masterclass, March 10th. But if you just download the free download, guess what? I'll give you the link in there. You'll have the link when you get the download. So just make it real simple for yourself. Just take this link, 3 game-changing hacks, and that's it. So I want to wish you all a happy International Women's Day. Yes, we should be celebrating, but this is not the time we sit on our laurels.
That's right.
This is not the time. This is the time we need to beef it up, but with grace and with ease. And when I say beef it up, I don't mean by putting in more hours. I don't mean by frustration and struggle. This is the time you beef it up and do it the graceful way.
Just make sure it's grass-fed beef.
The only way.
It's the only way.
It's the only way. And gluten-free food.
And gluten-free,
And
babe.
organic.
And organic. These
And
are
organic.
these are the foundations of life.
Your body is a temple.
That's
Treat it
right.
well. Treat it well.
You got one
That's
body,
it.
one chance, ladies.
One chance. And so I'm happy you came. I'm happy you're listening to this. And any questions? And I know we lost a lot of people being with it. With our little technical difficulties, but that's okay because this is real. We're real. This is live, and we're here to help you. So, any last parting brilliance?
I have an eyelash in my eye, so probably not.
Okay.
Do you see what happens when you're live?
I was going to show here. This is my shirt. This is the shirt I wear. MS Women, $1 million women.
Ladies, even if you don't want to strive for $1 million because it scares you, that's the problem in itself. That should never scare you.
There you go.
Dude.
I love it. See, you thought she was going to say, it's okay if you just want to go for 100. Shoot for the stars if you land on the moon and all that kind of blah, 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 blah. No, see that?
That's it.
Right off the bat. It should not scare you.
Nothing should scare you. All right, so let's get out of here. Let's give people their time back.
Yes. Talk to you all later. Ciao. Bye.